Hello. Happy Monday, October 17th, 2022. Hold on, Goofywise, you there?
You see this man in mid lip licking? Do you see this? Who is he trying to serenade right now?
Hold on, my fault. I don't know what happened.
You know the little blind dating shows, and then they finally show his face, and he like, yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
It had like a nice little filter on it, you know.
Yeah, it was
relax.
Hey, baby, my name's Goofywise. What's yours?
Hey,
how you doing? Tell me something about yourself. I'm 6'11", light eyes.
Oh God!
Oh my goodness. Like I said, I can't game, but I game.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You need me to reach that up for you, baby?
I'm on the block.
I got you.
I got you.
Hey, I'm not saying nothing.
They'd be like, "Why is it Goofywise at the tree?" Well, I want to ask him, but I'm blocked on Instagram. I can't send him a message anymore. But yes, we have wonderful guests today. We're gonna, while one is eating, he's on his way in. But okay, there you go. There you go. Go ahead. We'll start with you, Goofywise. Go ahead and hold on. I need to see that. Hold on now. Hold on. There you go. Intro yourself. Do the transition and intro yourself. Tell the people who you is. Do it again.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, guys? My name is Goofywise. I'm a content creator, meme lord, TikToker, variety streamer. I do all kinds of content, anime, from movies to pretty much anything I can give my hot take and talk shit about, and also like leave you with some inspiration or a deeper look at it. So that's what I do. Thanks for having me, Christine.
Of course. Thank you. And I should have waited for that to like take you out, as it's going out.
Next time,
we'll work on it. We'll workshop that. And even though you've been here before, Miss Ma'am, Tasha.
Put her on.
Hi, y'all. Look, I was like, y'all.
She's like, ooh.
Hello, I'm half of Married to the Real. If some of y'all don't know, check us out. We do reactions and gaming and all that jazz. So, I don't know what my other half doing.
he eating right now. When he pops in, we'll have him.
Good.
Oh, Lord.
And then an oldie but a goodie. Okay, it's been a long time. Go ahead, Elliot.
Let me do my cool transition. There we go. We're back. All right, cool. Elliot here from MovieFiles, covering the latest, movie, TV shows, live discussions, everything you can think of, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, comedy, horror, everything on the gamma. So definitely check me out. I'm excited to be back talking with these awesome people in this awesome community. So let's get it.
He was so professional. Awesome. Oh my God.
Right.
He's fire. Okay. He's always on his P's and Q's. Okay.
Right.
He put the pro and professional.
Right? I was fucking horrible.
Nice. I didn't want to say it, but no, I'm just kidding.
He will definitely be your manager. Like he would be like, "Hey, bro,
you gonna call me after this? We gotta get some things together for you, brother." Energy's there, but you need some polish. And I'm like, all right.
But yeah, because Elliot, he's the one who did I think this was last year, right? You did a sit through with me about StreamYard, we chopped it up for a minute. Yeah, the thing that we're using now and how we're doing this. So shout out to you, Elliot. Here we have. I know you dabbing your face, but go ahead and intro yourself. Who is you? What do you do?
Who I be?
Who you be?
I'm tired.
Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm the other half of Married to the Real, Trey Real. How y'all doing? You can catch us on YouTube, Twitch,
My
TikTok.
Lord.
I'm hungry, y'all. Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
I'm down, baby. I'm down 22 pounds. I'm hungry. Don't judge me.
Oh wow.
How y'all doing? You
Everybody needed to know that.
Oh, on Twitch, I'm Trey the Black Dragon. On Twitch, Tasha's Jess. Tasha Gaming. Yeah, you something because you be changing your name.
I know you ain't talking. You just changed yours.
Oh my Lord.
I'm stuck on Trey the Black Dragon. I'm just like, come to the stage.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there you go.
Handle some stuff real quick. Sorry. trying to co-stream it, but I was like trying to make sure I had the right camera input and all that, you know.
Ah,
so,
I got you.
Lot to work with, you know. Yeah,
that explains some things. Okay.
Yeah.
So, that was just a funny intro. Oh, one of the things I was going to say for everybody watching, if you're watching on YouTube, you can check out the links for our lovely guests down below in the description box, along with our regulars. I forgot to put them in the original tweet. That is the thing. So I quote tweeted them, you know, Dwayne and Chaz, they there too. Well, they there, you know.
They just there, right? Let me stop.
Y'all want to introduce yourselves now? No, I'll say that for the end, where I'll put you on the big screen where y'all say at the end of the stream. But this weekend has been a very eventful weekend, right? For more reasons than one. One, we're not going to talk about it all, and we kind of briefly touched on before we started the stream. But he gonna be all right. We'll pray for him. But we'll jump into a few things that we missed. We didn't have our show last week, and some things happened within the last couple of weeks from the last time we met together. So starting off with before we start, I want to explain the quick fire thing, right? I had you guys on paper, right? Yay, nay, or IDK. And for those who are watching, go ahead, hold up your papers. There you go. For those who are watching, in the comment section or in the chat of the streams that whether you're joining us on Twitch or on Twitter, because we stream on Twitter, and on YouTube, in the chat, put yay, nay, or IDK for the topic that we're going to mention, and then a very brief reason as to the choice of the decision you have made. Okay. Are y'all ready? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So starting off with Werewolf by Night.
Camera off for this one.
And he's out now. So Werewolf by Night, it did premiere. Actually, interns get the exact date of the premiere because I forgot to include that. If you did see it, put yay or nay. If you didn't see it, go ahead and put IDK. Pull it up. Trey, we're waiting for you. He was pensive right there. He was thinking.
I don't know yay.
Okay, Trey. Well, let's start with that. Go ahead, Trey. Explain.
It's like yay, like it was good, it was different, it was unique for the special presentation wise. And like I don't know, because I'm like, I don't see where they're going at all. Like, is this still MCU, or could this just be I'm just gonna do this one thing and we don't know what we gonna do with this character, or just what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is this in the timeline? Is this is this 1930 or is this 2020, whatever we're in right now? Where are we with this? So that's why I'm like, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But then I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know what they're going to do next with it. I don't see the future of it. So that's why I'm like, yay, and I don't know.
Okay. That's fair. What about you, Tasha?
I gave it a yay because I enjoyed it for like he said, for what it was. I liked all the classic horror effects. It gave me like old school Dracula and all those old school monsters from way back in the black and white days that some of y'all don't know about. But as far as the future goes, I feel like the MCU is kind of entering a phase of monsters, because you have like the zombies that are coming. I just feel like it's gonna have a play into it later. Like maybe not, we may not see it now, but they always have like a formula for what they do. So I'm just assuming it's gonna pay off later, maybe.
Okay. And then Elliot, what about you?
Yay all day. Listen, they already hit on the main points. I'm a horror fan, so seeing the throwback to Wolfman and all those Universal monsters was fantastic. I'm a fan of Michael Giacchino, who's the director, who's a great composer. Love the score, love the aesthetic. But to address the question about like the timeline, that's actually kind of the gift of the curse of Marvel right now, because we're so used to consuming things that are interconnected and ties to this and opens the door for that. But I actually love that it is kind of a solo, non-Avenger, world-ending type of story, and it goes back to what Marvel was giving us 4 or 5 years ago with those one shorts, where we used to see these little independent stories to kind of build the character, to kind of introduce certain things and open it up the possibility to the supernatural, which I'm very excited for, a la Blade, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange and the Midnight Suns, and very excited to see where this goes moving forward. And also, I gotta admit, Marvel's now getting more mature. We got a little bit of violence. We got a little bit of blood going on. And I've always been saying since 2008, since Iron Man, that little boy, little girl that watched that, they're now 20 plus years old. So Marvel has to mature with the audience. So I'm loving that we're getting more R-rated, more edgier content moving forward. So I'm here for it all day.
So now I want to change my answer to the same as Trey as far as yay and IDK. The reason being is I did appreciate the style, right? I thought that it was a cool, like, different style that they took. I did enjoy that this was more violent and creepy at one particular point. We won't do spoilers because Dwayne and Jazz still haven't seen it and Goofy haven't seen it yet. But there's like a certain thing, like when a certain person is talking, I was like, this is hella twisted and creepy. Like, this is super weird. But the black and white, I kind of felt was, even though I get it was a style, I think it was kind of Marvel's way of cheating to do the violence and the blood and stuff like that, which with the upcoming news that we're going to be talking about later at the end of this quick fire thing about Blade and the issues that have been going on with the situations with Blade, which we're going to get into, it has me nervous. I'm like, if Marvel was on that level already, then I would have been like, oh, this is just fire. But I am concerned about, okay, how does this play into how you do Blade? You know, how does this play into doing more adult content? Which also kind of leads into Daredevil, which we'll get to later in the She-Hulk stuff, right? So we're used to, you know, Daredevil and that whole universe, I guess. If I don't even know if they're going to really count it, which they kind of did, but kind of didn't, from the Netflix one, right? And how that was, and how great and visceral that show was. That show was just like intense. Yeah. And are we gonna get that, or something close to it, or the path to it? You know, it was good for what it was, but also I'm like, what does this mean? You know, not necessarily story wise, but execution wise for some of these adult ones that we want.
And that's the challenge, though, right? To kind of see what does a Punisher look like on the same screen with Spider-Man. What does Spider-Man look like next to a Moon Knight? So that's going to be the exciting thing, but also, like you said, Christine, the nervous thing. But, you know, I'm hopeful. And Kevin Feige, you know, or just later on when we talk about She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Robot.
Kevin.
The Kevin. When they kept saying, I was like, the Kevin. I was like, oh, what are they doing? But okay. We get it later on. But yes. Okay. The next thing. God of War TV show. So God of War TV series is in the works. Hold on, keep the graphic up a little bit. Let me read the caption y'all put. You know, the great shout out to the interns. A God of War TV series is in the works at Amazon Prime Video. Okay, you can take it away now. Go ahead and put yay, nay, or IDK.
God of War TV show? Come on, bro. Come on.
Trey, what you got? We waiting for you. Okay, we see it. We see it. Okay. All right. So, I'm just still thrown by that IDK, y'all.
I don't know nothing about.
Oh my!
What is it so pretty? Her, I don't know y'all.
Right, I don't know y'all. I just love how you put that there. But we'll just like go, you know, across the board. So Tasha, you know,
yeah, I'm gonna make this because I don't know nothing about God of War, but I've seen people play and playthroughs. The only positive is that with Amazon Prime, I've heard a lot of things good about what is it, the Rings of Power? I haven't watched it yet, but if it's gonna have like that kind of feel, and everybody's saying on how good Rings of Power are, then it has the potential to be a good show. So I would tune in if it's something like that. So
yeah.
Okay, Jazz, what was your answer again, and what was your reason?
Oh, I said I don't know, y'all, because for one, whenever video games get adapted into like a show or movie, it tends to fuck it up. Yeah. So I am scared about it, like, because a lot of people love the game, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a Resident Evil type thing where, like, you know, people love the shit out of Resident Evil. Resident Evil as a movie or a show, and it's shit. Like it's just like a dog shit pile. Burn it with fire. Like I don't know.
Kill it with fire.
That's why I said I don't know, y'all, because I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Yeah. So. Had it been like HBO, then I'd have been like, no.
I concur with everything she just said. Everything she said is fact.
I just agree 100%. Amazon Prime. That's the only reason that gives me like a little sparkle of hope because it's them.
Sparkle of hope.
Yeah.
Dwayne, what about you?
Saying Jasmine hit on the head. I only played the new God of War game 2018 or whatever, and I hope to God that they don't ruin it like they did Halo. So that's it, man. Everything Jazz said is right.
And that was Paramount, right? For Halo.
Paramount, yeah. So
did y'all see my mouth drop when he said that? Because I haven't watched it yet. So now I don't want to watch it anymore. Oh my God.
They did some questionable things,
Halo,
you know.
Just no.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
They usually
they did Master Chief.
That's what I'm saying. They did Master Chief like
did Master Chief dirty as hell, bro.
I was about to say one thing.
Stop playing with me right now.
Yeah, they did them dirty as hell.
Hold up.
They did them very dirty.
Cause see, this is what I be talking about right here. People tell me, y'all need to react to this. No, so I'm not. No, I'm not doing that.
They did something to Master Chief this
year.
You heard
him. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Don't even ask. Oh my!
They did Master Chief like this, y'all.
But you know, with the way they did the game coming out recently, like the game that just came out,
that's also been having issues too.
Yeah. Trash. We didn't even do the campaign for that. But like,
what about Infinite?
Infinite.
We did the multiplayer, like whatever, like
multiplayer, but I didn't do the story. That's the one I didn't do. Sadly,
it was stupid that the story was a co-op because that's what we were used to. And then they were like, "Oh, it's just solo."
We always played it together.
6 months later and stuff. So. Then the battle pass, like how long? Like for the kids, just like
that whole drop was like a confusing mess.
I'm mad I bought it. We played it a couple of times and then I just like forgot it existed. So
and it had delays. That kind of goes into the cyberpunk bag, which is on the. We're gonna talk about that in a second too. But Elliot, what about you?
You know, I had my yay up because a couple things. As Tasha mentioned, Amazon does not play around when it comes to budget. I haven't really gotten too knee deep into the Lord of the Power of the Rings, but visually speaking, it looks immaculate. So I can, if the money's there, they're gonna put the money there. As far as the conversation with the video games being adapted to movies, it shows there's been more cases of movies being terrible, and there's, you know, obviously we've gotten a couple shows, but not as many to kind of, you know, determine if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But if I were to choose a route, I would much rather it be TV to explore the worlds, kind of develop the characters, explore more of the, you know, the mythology, because I'm a big Kratos fan, and if they can cast Gerard Butler, who was fantastic in 300, or even Jason Momoa, I would take those castings like all day, every day. So I'm hopeful. And last thing I'll mention, Jason Momoa. I think he would be a great Kratos, but I would take Gerard Butler though. But one thing I will also mention when it comes to Amazon, their adaptation to Invincible and as well as The Boys proves to me that they can get to those levels of Kratos killing and God.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that makes it to that side of the elements that they will get to those levels, because they can get very gritty and dark and bloody, and I'm here for it.
And you know what? I'm sorry. When I look at this picture, if you, J-Dog, if you could, not right now, J-Dog, but when you do pull up the article, when you see the picture of Kratos in the article, I'm like, you know what? I can't see Jason Momoa, because when you think about Khal Drogo, he is kind of like a man of few words, deep voice, big, stoic, you know? Okay.
You know,
I see it now. I see it, Elliot. At first I was like, but no, I see it. I see it. Goofy, what about you?
Kind of to chime into what Elliot said, I've seen parts of the Ring of Power show. The budget is always there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big problem with some of these shows, is that they don't want to put all the money that is required to actually do it correctly. But also I feel like they also did a really good job staying true to the story. From what I've heard, I'm not a huge Rings of Power or like Lord of the Rings book fan. From what I've heard, I feel like they've been pretty authentic to that. So based upon that alone, I would have some faith in their ability to do that well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously when I get the trailer, that's gonna I'm gonna really, you know, make my assertion off of. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they could probably cast The Rock or Gerard Butler, the guy from 300 for 300.
Can we please not get him in everything?
Come on.
But Gerard
wait till
Butler,
Black Adam comes out, and then we'll decide on The Rock. Okay.
You remember the guy from 300 though? The
Gerard Butler. Yeah, that's what.
He probably can make a good God of War for sure. You know
is he tall? How tall is Gerard Butler?
Oh, I don't think Kratos is that tall, which is crazy.
How tall is Kratos? Like 6 foot?
Yeah, that's another thing. How tall is Kratos?
Like max, I think.
6'1", 6'2".
Okay. And then how tall is Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler is 6'2".
Oh, that's perfect.
Is he 6'2"?
Yeah, that's perfect.
I thought he was like 5'10". Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jason Momoa as God of War? I think he would do a good job.
I see it now because when you look at J-Dog, you can
so,
pull it up.
So they say Kratos is 6'4" in the game.
Kratos, 6'4".
Oh, okay,
so.
okay, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you do
6'4"?
I mean, you tall enough.
I know, Goofy. I was thinking about that.
Come here, boy.
Wait, scroll down to the to the picture. When you scroll onto the picture, okay, maybe scroll up.
Ads everywhere. Yeah. Damn, IGN, damn.
They ain't paying us. There, right there. So that picture right there, I can see Khal Drogo. So I'm like, okay, Jason, he did well as Khal Drogo. And Kratos is a man of few words. He says, boy, he don't really say a lot.
Listen, there's a show on Apple TV called C with Jason Momoa as Baba Voss.
I gotta get Apple TV.
Yeah. That's his best role to date to me. He's great.
Okay. He's stepping up. He long ways from Stargate, which he used to be on Stargate Atlantis. My husband used to watch the show a lot. That's where I first saw him.
Okay, so for y'all people that are fans of God of War, like where would they start in the story if they did a series though? Like how old would he be and where would they start with that? Because I would think they would evolve into like, a Khal Drogo's character later, but when they start off, it wouldn't be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're gonna do an origin.
Is a question I pose to you guys.
I would do origin. I'm not. I would do origin.
And then to all the way to the end, probably. I will say though, I think Jason Momoa already cut his hair too, so it's like he wouldn't even need to do anything anymore. He just
did he cut his hair or did he cut his beard?
I think he just shaved his beard. I think he still got hair though, right?
He shaved his beard for that Netflix thing. Which
I think he shaved his beard, not his hair.
Oh, I thought he shaved his head for like a charity or something like that.
Oh, maybe so. I don't know. I don't really know.
I don't know.
Interns. Let me stop.
He was in Doom with that beard.
Get a recent picture of Jason Momoa for J-Dog to put on the screen.
I'll put that back on.
But really the hair, I gotta see. So for me, I'm in an IDK, and to mirror a lot of the things that you said, that everyone has said, I kind of giving you guys a little bit of backstory. It's going to me, the creators that'll be involved are the same. Have any of you guys seen Expanse on Amazon?
I heard it was good. I heard it was good.
It's visceral too. It is like,
is that the one
twisted?
That's not the one with Halle Berry, is it? Or like
No. This one is what they're like in space. It's like a show that was like they're in space.
Isn't it kind of like Aliens? Like kind of like.
Well, because it's more so like people in space. From what I saw, there was like hints of aliens. I didn't finish the show to know if they like ended with for sure aliens, but there was like some weird stuff happening, and they're like
Amazon. I think Amazon made it.
Yeah, it was on Amazon. So it's still, I think you can still watch it now. It's really, for what I saw, it was good. They did also put a lot of money into it. BB here says that it's like not God of War, Game of Thrones, but in space.
Okay.
People getting bodied up there like that, the betrayal in space.
I can see in his face. Among Us. It's Among Us in space.
Someone else said it. So mainly Game of Thrones.
I'm trying to figure out the Game of Thrones in space. I didn't know they had dragons in space. That's what I'm trying to.
Okay, Trey the Black Dragon. Here he goes.
I need a dragon somewhere.
Right, that's what he said. That's what I need. No, but it's created by the creators and executive producers Mark Fergus and Hawk Ostby, who did Expanse, and then Rafe Judkins, who is doing Wheel of Time, which I didn't watch Wheel of Time, but I know that's another one that has a lot of money and people are saying is really good as well. So I'm hopeful because it's Amazon, kind of like what Tasha said. It depends on who's holding it. If HBO was doing it, I'd have to wait till Last of Us comes out before I can really truly be a judge of it. But if this was coming out on Disney Plus, I'd be like, F no. Okay, don't even try it. But for the face that Dwayne made, like, Disney Plus, don't do it.
No, but Andor is good. I will say, look. Have you watched Andor? Just to say Disney Plus.
I started. I haven't finished it yet.
Andor is fire.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
it is fire.
Are y'all mentioning it because it's like fire for Disney? Like y'all didn't expect them to.
Yes.
Good question.
Yes. Yes. The way they ruined Obi-Wan. Yes.
Obi-Wan. I couldn't even finish Obi-Wan, bro. I was like,
this was trash.
Stop this.
I finished it for this, but I am very upset.
You will love Andor. Me and Jazz watched the first 3 episodes. Yeah. We will love Andor.
It was actually good. It was
really.
We've been watching so many other stuff. She-Hulk. There's some anime. Also a whole bunch of stuff coming out now. gaming.
Yeah,
like
really good right now.
Yeah, we eating good. We eating good. We're consuming good. We're consuming Atlanta. We're consuming good. We're good.
Yeah.
Well, except for the finale.
Can I just say one thing about Star Wars that I want to happen so bad? This is so off topic, Christine. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I want I forgot his name now. Fuck. What's the guy Samuel L. Jackson plays?
Oh,
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu prequel series, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Trilogy, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Crazy that would be.
Do it.
He was the champion of the Jedi Republic. He mastered both sides of the Force. There's a story there, bro. Come on.
I don't know if I want a show though, or if I want it to be a movie.
Yeah, make it a movie and then write the script right away. Don't write it as you go. Write it all out and then go for it. Yeah,
and don't have the people who have been the execs that have been involved with Disney Plus and the path that these shows have been taking. Don't include them. Take them. Just
get the people that did Andor. I'm telling you, like I think they did Chernobyl too. I gotta check that out. Like they good, bro.
The people, They're good.
There's so much stuff I'm missing. Oh my god, so much stuff.
Like a lot of juicy stuff. Okay. Oh, so J-Dog said he has the picture. Go ahead and pull up the picture before I pull up the next thing. What's this picture gonna look like? When was this from? Oh, September 5th.
What's she combing?
So.
That's hair.
Oh, this is like.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Did that have split ends?
He still got like a little man bun. He still got a little man bun back there.
He felt the wind right there.
Yeah, he just cut his sides. Calm down.
Oh, wait, hold on now.
Sides. That's just the sides he's cutting. It's fine.
Oh, he's just shaving the sides.
Yeah, he's just doing a temp fade. He's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Goes into our land.
Doing a damn temp fade. He'd be all right.
I'm hearing about you right now.
All right. So
when
we
get
go
to that middle,
it's just so sad. So please,
let's get because we'll have to see.
You can do.
Goodness, his. I'm not gonna
fast forward our Instagram reels. Can we fast forward those?
No, we can't. We've seen enough. We'll just call it. He should put another pic. Yeah, I wish there was a scroll bar so we could just see the final picture of it. But that's fine. I could see him as Kratos. Oh, but before we go into to the next thing, we did kind of talk about like who we would cast for Kratos. Actually, a couple of people have said. So Elliot was saying Jason Momoa or Gerard Butler. Goofy said Gerard Butler or The Rock. We're not going to keep The Rock yet. But for the rest of you guys, who would you cast for Kratos?
That's pretty good, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Gerard Butler. Yeah,
that's pretty good. I had you knocked it out the park.
Yeah. Jason Momoa or Gerard Butler for sure. Yeah, I think that's the only ones I can actively think of, unless there's like some sleeper actor who's like
that's what I
looks
say.
like him. You know what I mean?
If somebody that's not out there like that, they can do it. Then
because I would love that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of times they kind of just circle around who's popular. But I feel like I feel like the Game of not the Game of Thrones, but the God of War IP is so big already. They could probably go with a smaller level actor and still find success. But will they do that? I don't know, because they're like, let's make sure we make all the money we possibly can. But it's like,
not Amazon, because they've been choosing some like Expanse. It's a bunch of people we don't really know, except for there were only a couple people that I remember that I watched. One guy, I don't know his name, but you guys have seen this guy play in a lot of things as like a bad guy, and they do go with unknowns for even the Lord of the Rings show.
Which is dope. Star power at all.
Yeah, I love that. Then if that's the case, then I feel like they should.
Sometimes I feel like that's better because them actors be hungry, like they be trying to, you know, they don't deliver everything you want, and it's like that y'all be doing that's used to these checks and just on. Oh, my fans.
That's one thing. That's one thing I don't like about Hollywood. Like they need to stop using the same actors for stuff. Like we got all these these streaming platforms, and we ain't got new stars yet. Like what's going on?
That's why everybody's mad with Mario right now, because we got Star-Lord as Mario when he don't need to be.
Well, we're gonna playing every black girl too.
Hold on, we're gonna touch on that.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna touch on that. Trey, who you've been pondering? You got the pondering face. Who would you?
I was looking up white male actors to play Kratos. Like that's what I was. I'm being so serious.
Did you type in those exact words, or you just typed in white actors?
That's what I typed in. What do you mean?
He typed in white males to play Kratos.
I want to see who comes up, though. I want to see who comes up.
A lot of no-name people came up. That's the funny thing. A lot of no-name people came up, and the only person I was like that I knew was the guy that's gonna play Adam Warlock. Y'all don't know.
Who is he playing? Is he playing Atreus? Because he's not playing Kratos. Hell
no, I'm just I said the only person I knew on that.
No, he just said when he Googled it on the list.
Okay.
Who's playing Adam Warlock? Let me look to.
You look him up, Christine. Like
he's
from Transformation. Those
Miller.
They said he was playing Adam Warlock. I was like, who?
We're the Millers.
Yeah.
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers. Oh, that movie is freaking hilarious. I freaking love that movie.
I was so surprised when they picked him, but he didn't did the transformation though. So I'm just like,
he has a transformation. What he
everybody? I have a conspiracy.
Look him up.
I have a conspiracy, guys. I have a conspiracy. Every person that joins Marvel be ending up cock diesel. Like I am.
They got a super soldier Sam for real.
I think so. Did you see that Jonathan Majors? He's fucking huge. No, not that. Not that. You can't get that big that fast. You can't get that big that fast, bro. You got. You got.
Have you seen Lovecraft Country?
I've seen it. He wasn't that. He was ripped, but he's big. It's the difference between big now and ripped. He was good. It was fit, but he came like this. You can't get like this in a matter of a few months. He looking like he gonna toe to toe with The Rock in a few months, bro. Hell nah, bro. That's not how that works.
Go ahead, Jada. Bring it up.
That's not how it works, bro. I'm just telling you. I know it's not how it works, bro. It's not how it works. He got it.
He telling y'all this ain't how it goes. This
ain't how it goes. I've been in the gym.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Can you click into that picture? He is swole. So the man can't put his arms down.
Right? You telling me this the guy that was in where the Millers meet the Millers?
They got that money to train.
They got money and budgets for all that shit.
He even spoke out about like the workouts that like he had to do for that role and stuff, and he said it is very the regimen that they had him on. He said it was very unhealthy, and he does not recommend it to average.
Duh.
A lot of them do crazy stuff.
Goodness.
To get roles, though, like
look at this man. This man's.
He always thinking Disney and shit.
They got to sit there and be like, all right, man. I'm taking it. I'm taking whatever super soldier serum Disney giving me too. You be come back a few months. You ain't gonna be like this. I'm be like, hey y'all can't put my phone down. How y'all doing, man? Phone over here.
Put your phone down. I'm tired.
Can't curl my arms no more.
That is wild. Okay, let's move to the next. Goodness, he was swole. Okay.
Are you okay?
Next thing, that wasn't. I thought it was going to be like a hot swole. That was kind of like like they work at T-Mobile swole, you know?
Oh, you call him dirty.
Hey, yo, that is wild. That is wild.
I know a comedian made the joke, but I was like, that's hella true. Like when you go, it's been a long time since I've gone to Verizon. They muscly. They very weenie in Verizon. But like when I've been to T-Mobile or when I used to have Sprint and I would go in there and they'd be all muscled up. I was like, why do you work here? Like this is, I feel like you crushed the phone.
I curl the cables.
Horrible, bro.
I feel like there should be a car salesman just lifting the cars out here. Let's see, we got a good liftability.
Crazy though.
It's like super swole. Okay, next thing. All right. 2 different Velmas. Okay. So there's a couple different Velmas coming out, like situations going on. All right. Let's start with we talked about this a while ago about Mindy Kaling. She's creating a Velma series that's going to be on HBO Max. Where it's just Velma. It's not even like the Scooby-Doo crew. It's just Velma, right? And then there is going to be. Wait, I have a question, interns. For the other Velma, is that also going to be on HBO Max? There's like a Scooby-Doo, another Scooby-Doo.
Well, Scooby-Doo, they WB owns Scooby-Doo, so it probably is HBO.
Yeah.
Okay.
They own the rights to.
So it'll be a Scooby-Doo. What I need to confirm whether it's going to be a movie or a series. That part I haven't confirmed.
But it was all one thing. So wow. Okay.
But yeah, so it's 2 different Velmas, and then Jada, go ahead and roll the clip.
Whenever you're ready, Jada.
Well, yeah, I know, Jada. You should have this ready, boo boos. We go while he's pulling up the clip.
Take out the loft and put him in the basement again.
Right. Listen. I was talking about keeping him in the basement keeps them hungry, keeps them ready.
Got blocked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the clip got blocked. Oh, okay. All right.
Damn.
All right. That's wild. Yeah.
You know what?
We apologize. We're gonna put you in the attic now. So
it's HBO Max.
Is that really better though?
see some sun.
So the Scooby-Doo movie is gonna be, they're saying it's gonna be a movie where they have Velma. She's gonna be a lesbian in this one, right? Which was like news, you know. My question is, first of all, why are we doing two at the same time, right?
Yeah,
that's confusing. Yeah,
that is confusing. You have the movie and the show.
So it's a movie, not two shows. It's a movie and a show. Okay,
right. One's a movie, one's a show, but they're both different, you know, than the original Velma. So the question I have for you guys is, do you think that this will affect the story? Yay, nay, IDK.
What will affect the story?
I feel like it'll be confusing because, like, I guess it depends on when they air. Because if you do a show, child, it's confusing talking about it.
I put IDC because I don't care, man. I'm like, you know, it's to the point to where, like I told y'all how I feel when they take characters that have been a certain way and then just like, oh, we just gonna make them black now, or we're gonna do it like this. Like, just make a whole new character and have a whole new original story. I just don't like. Why are we just I don't know, bro. Just what's the significance? I don't understand of making Velma, you know, like black or whatever, and then
Shaggy's black too. And one of them.
What's the significance of the story? What is he gonna get pulled over or something? What do we?
Oh shit!
Like, no, so it's different.
They get the crime. Like, what is the? I don't understand the significance of it, bro. Like.
For me, like I'm okay. I've always been the one, you know, like, yes, go ahead. You can have a different version, right? Yeah. The confusion for me is you have a different version and another different version. At the same time. That's what, right. It's not like we're doing
like,
one
I'm okay
different.
with certain character change too, because I'm just like, Scooby-Doo ran around forever. So like, you know what I'm saying? You still can enjoy the old Scooby-Doo. So if somebody
you can. It's just like,
you know. Because
we need some new stuff, though. Like, we need some new stuff. She did
a Velma basically like for her, like
for her, yeah. She wanted to do her own, yeah.
The other one, I thought it was all one thing because I just saw Twitter raving about the fact that like Shaggy was black, and I was like, wait, I was like, what? So it's two different things, and I'm just like, it doesn't make sense to me that they do a show and then a movie, and then if her show gets more seasons, it's like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, bro. Like me, just make a new character, bro. That's me personally. Make a new character and let them solve mysteries or something like that. It's whatever, but I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's why I don't care.
Gonna change it because it's Scooby-Doo, so they just go try to get a name.
I know.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But like, how are names built?
The thing is, they could have used new characters because you still have Scooby nephew Scrappy, so you could have got a whole new bunch of characters for Scrappy.
You could have called it Scrappy Do Adventures. Yeah, but it's WB. So again, what do we expect?
But that could just prove Dwayne's point. You had a character that's not you, Scrappy Doo, and have all new characters, and they could have been Scrappy Doo, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Taking out his uncle, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, they could.
For the new generation. We just the problem. See what
I mean,
we be writing shows on this. Like for anybody new to this podcast, we be writing shows on this podcast.
He said nothing but facts. I ain't gonna cap you. Even Elliot was like, you know, that's some good. That's
like we be writing shows on this podcast.
Is like so disappointing at this point. It's like, what do you expect?
It's like it's almost like they're trying to. Have y'all seen Halloween Ends yet? Have y'all seen Halloween Ends yet? I'm sorry to deviate. It's like they're trying to suck the nostalgia out of you at this point. Like it's like, God damn.
They don't want to take new.
I didn't even like the last one that much though. Like the one.
Hell, Evil did not die that night. Obviously, like
they were doing too much.
Was it called Evil Dies?
Yeah, bro. They with every goddamn second. It was like Evil Dies tonight.
The town was like Evil Dies tonight. It was like January 6th at Congress, like at the whatever they did. It was like that in the movie. Literally, that's what the hell it was. So I was just like, this. Y'all just really wrote this.
Why Jazz trying not to?
Like this. I was like so done when I was like, this is like January 6th. Like, what we doing? Y'all out here accusing the wrong person and people dying. They're just like, I'm like, okay. By the time, like this year, when they announced that like Halloween was ending, I was like, at this point, I just need Lori and Michael to kiss each other and we just be done because I'm tired and I love horror. Period. But I was just tired because I'm like, y'all done turned this into something that like y'all should have just left this alone.
Yeah.
I feel I haven't watched the Chucky series, but I feel like that's probably better than Michael Myers.
It is.
I'm like,
it is better. Okay.
It was January 6th in horror form. See.
Yeah, I get tired of them continually like taking old IPs and doing something new with them when you could make new IPs as well.
Please, somebody.
That's just Hollywood though. You know they want to make the money.
It's like we're the new horror icons for this era. Like you always get Freddy, Chucky, Scream. Jason.
There is none. There is
like
none.
It's kind of like Nintendo. Like, now that you guys say that,
innovation, right, guys?
Hold on. So hold on. As you guys are saying this, it kind of reminds of Nintendo. Every system, you have a new Zelda, you have a new Mario, you have a new Smash Brothers, it's like the same thing each time.
Well, it's a little different because the what happens is like everything gets better. Like, as far as gaming though, it gets better and it updates. Yeah. So like the stuff from 10 years ago don't look nothing like it it does now. So
that's true.
They gotta do
what I'm saying. So it's a little different.
What was the reboot I told you they were doing the other day? Like I think they're making a horror Grinch movie. They already did Winnie the Pooh. Why are y'all like doing shit like this? Like, can y'all come up with something original?
Yeah.
They making a horror Grinch. I'm like, leave this man alone. Like he done came. Y'all about to ruin his whole origin
He is
story.
good.
Like,
yeah,
I think that's why we like
his heart grew 10 times that day. Why would y'all do this? Like
they keep shrinking it. The man's gonna die, just a heart attack, and keep going and shrinking.
Yeah, I think that's why there's such popularity with like other forms of like media. Like if you look at Korea and how they're like how they shoot movies, like Train to Busan, Parasite, because they're
them Korean zombies ain't nothing to fuck with,
and setting new precedents that I think kind of Americans are kind of scared to take. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you have these animes that are so new and intriguing because they be pumping out animes like mangakas be working like, I mean, that industry has this whole problem. They be working like slaves. But they be coming up with all kind of new ideas. Some of the stuff formulas are very similar, but a lot of times like you have brand new concepts like Attack on Titan.
It's even the inspiration. Like we just watched the first episode of Chainsaw Man this week, and we got like Parasite and Jujutsu Kaisen feels, but it's not the same thing. But it's still good. It's like America's gonna copy and they gonna get The Rock. And they gonna get,
The Rock and Kevin Hart. They gonna get them too.
Or Chainsaw Man is fine. The Rock and
Kevin Hart and Attack on Titan, boy. We about to go crazy, boy.
Like
Rock is the Titan as the armored Titan.
Kevin Hart gonna be the little dog with the chainsaw.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking.
Like
Naruto with Tom Holland.
Oh my God. I can see Tom Holland now.
Naruto is Tom Holland. I'm screaming, bro. Oh, they need to leave that shit alone.
Oh,
believe it.
Like WB is really counting on The Rock to save their universe, and I'm just like, okay.
Good luck.
Zendaya as Sakura.
Hey, I love both of them, but I'm just saying it's not y'all. It's the industry because like they do, like you said, they have like. We don't have only comics that I know of for right now is like DC and Marvel. As far as like, we don't have any pipeline. Maybe we should create one. Have a pipeline of other.
They need diversity in the field for sure.
They do. But it's like new people don't get the publicity they need to like. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
It's gatekeeping. It's the gatekeeping of the old guard. Like no cap. Like it is. It really is. I've seen so many good. Good creators that should be on red carpets interviewing these people, but they not letting them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's like layers to it, right? Because and when you guys mention like other cultures, right? So you have other cultures that it's not just like they take the time to put out a lot of different content, but also the audience is receiving of that content. So they feel safe just throwing everything out. Whereas in America, especially when you have I would say the American toxicity that can be from like, okay, Star Wars, right? They're like, oh, we have a new Black Star Wars character. There's all this stuff, even to the level where there was a girl that was hired to just do their social media. They were giving her death threats. It's like, y'all is crazy. And it because you have this and the studio heads look at that as a representation of the dollars. And that's where they gear their focus and their thought process when it comes to creating content. So it's kind of they're afraid to take sometimes they're afraid to take the risk or just throwing something out there, trying something new. And then sometimes when they do that, you get this crazy backlash that happens. Everybody just needs to calm down.
I think this is
Black Panther.
Yeah,
I think Black Panther shut a lot of that down, or at least from the race side of things, because I feel like they didn't want to take chances on like an all black cast or something like that, like a different story. But Black Panther sold so well. You know what I'm saying? So that tore that. They said, they started to say that would never do a thing. They would never be able to do that.
Go ahead, Jazz. I want to hear it. Go ahead.
I was about to say, and they're lucky that it came out that way, because a lot of people don't know that when the movie was first coming out and they pitched it to Chadwick for him to be Black Panther, they wanted Chadwick to do a British accent for the character.
Wow.
And he said, you are losing your mind if you think that we are, because they said it might make people or the audiences uncomfortable. How the hell is someone from Africa gonna make who uncomfortable? He's supposed to be.
It's
he's
not
like
for
one
y'all.
of the only, he's like one of the only characters in Marvel that is from Africa with an African accent. And y'all saying change his accent to British? That means that he must have been colonized.
They thought white audience is more comfortable.
They was trying to say like he went to school abroad. They was trying to say he went to school abroad, and that's how he got his British accent.
Like you're gonna make me do a British accent, I am not doing this movie, bro. Like I'm
because it like at one point in the comics, I think he went to Oxford, but I'm like that was in the US, I think. Like I think he went to a version of it in the US, and he lost his accent, but it was an American accent. And he was like, "No, I'm going back home." But he turned it on and off in the comics. But and I'm like, I'm glad Chadwick didn't agree to that.
Because you know what it was.
I'm glad he fought.
My whole thing is when we need to spend money, we gonna spend money. So at the end of the day, they was gonna make their money off Black Panther. Period. And it's just like this whole debate now about Black Panther 2, about people being mad if it's Shuri, or people saying he should have been recasted. Because like I saw an argument on Twitter about the fact that they've recasted Ross from The Hope. So why couldn't they recast the child? And I'm like, to me, that's two different ways.
Those are two. Because I ain't never heard nobody be like, "Daddy, yes, Daddy is Ross."
That's like changing like Bruce and the leader. That's two different characters. If you recast Bruce versus if you recast the leader, that's two different things. I just feel like that was. I don't know why people keep cancel Black Panther because they didn't recast the child. It could not be helped what they had.
Why
to do
does it have to be
movie.
canceled?
It's always there. Every time before we have a big movie that's gonna do well, they tried to cancel The Woman King too before people went to see it, and I'm just like, you haven't seen it to make these statements to know what they're gonna do in the movie.
Right.
You know?
Right. I will say that it was very convenient that the news of The Woman King came out the box office weekend when that movie was in the works for years. You know, I just thought that was mighty convenient.
What happened with that? What happened with that?
They were like, shame on Viola Davis because that tribe that the movie is about participated in the slave trade. So they weren't like they tried to make it seem like the trailer upheld them as something that they weren't, but they discussed all of that in the movie. They were some of the biggest slave traders, like as far as the white people were, like they sold out their own people for whatever to get by. And
well, technically, if you don't see it, you don't see it like that though. You see it as them as your enemies because you fighting. You know what I'm saying?
But also, like they tried to make them look like queens or uplift them like they were doing something good when their tribe had just as a dark history as anybody else. But they touched on all of that in the movie, and it's like you haven't seen it to condemn it like that,
right? And that news broke the same week that it was supposed to come out. So I thought that was convenient. Yeah.
Everybody on Twitter trying to be woke, then it's like, don't go. I'm not gonna go see a movie that do this. But I'm like, child, because these people told you not to go watch something, you just gonna take their word for it. Like,
and if you look at history, like the way that Africans participated in slavery and the way that white people participated in slavery was completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes black people who would do slavery, it would be like indentured servitude sometimes. Like it didn't pass down into their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like chattel slavery.
It was reasons that they did it. Like I get it, but it's like
but chattel slavery.
Y'all
like,
knew what tribe it was about before
everybody.
It came out when they announced
your whole family, your generation.
So why not express outrage during the production of the movie? Why y'all wait till opening weekend? You know what I'm saying? So
that was mighty convenient.
They did all these press interviews and all this kind of stuff, and y'all want to wait till opening weekend and be like, "Oh, it's canceled. We're not going."
They didn't want to give time for it to like die down. They were like, leave it fresh while it's coming out. You know. But so the next thing, we'll just go to the next thing. We're gonna skip the Wednesday trailer. Wednesday, it's gonna, I don't know if y'all saw the new trailer. We were gonna play it, but we're gonna just skip to the next thing.
What was that?
Wednesday it's going to be on Netflix. Addams Family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was good. I've seen it. It's good. She's gonna kill it.
Yeah. Well, you guys could put just yay, nay, or we're not going to put up the trailer or anything. We were going to play it, but yay, nay, IDK. Wait, show the image again. The banner. Oh, I didn't know he was in it. Ah, okay.
And you see how you see how they did. You see how they did it, right? They didn't just do the Addams Family, right? They retold it and then used the character. Like they doing it right in front of you. Like,
I like it. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. So the next one, Cartoon Network, okay, which I was honestly confused at first. So Cartoon Network's future is in doubt. Come on, I'm reading the caption. It is in doubt as Warner Brothers Discovery slashes costs. So Zaslav, he was like, how much did he say he would cut out 38 million or billion, I think, from all of the different networks that are under the merger that they have. And so Cartoon Network is a part of the situation. And I remember seeing on Twitter where it was like, are they done? But then Cartoon Network is like, no, we're not done. It's our 30th anniversary. It was kind of like, it seemed like this confusing back and forth. But it says that the future of Cartoon Network has been thrown into question as the cable channel gets gutted by corporate parent Warner Brothers Discovery, whose CEO David Zaslav is looking to trim at $3 billion from the sprawling media giant. So they had layoffs. I think another article that I read said 120, I believe, or was the thing that one article said. This article says 82 jobs were cut. But I know like the number can be different depending on who's reporting and then who got the news and when they got it, right? Now it's going to be, I think it was Warner Brothers TV. I don't think it's any longer going to be, Warner Brothers Animation. So it's no longer going to be Cartoon Network. It's Warner Brothers Animation.
Wow.
The two teams that are left will be sharing development and main production teams. And they said that they will be producing more animations, right? However, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to put out false information. But I remember reading something, and I'm going to say that I remember reading something because I do not have the exact article. In terms, if y'all find it, that's great. Where it was saying that Zaslav was saying he was wanting to move towards more live action and reality TV for HBO Max.
Cheaper to shoot. Cheaper.
Hello.
Cheaper.
Yeah,
cheaper than animation, but I just feel like if you took a show like Young Justice, like the season we just had, and then you don't even know it, not you at this time, please, and you don't even know the future of a show like that was bringing numbers. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't trust nothing they got going on right now. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, they going through it right
making
now.
a lot of stupid decisions about stuff.
Yeah, they going through it right now. I ain't gonna lie.
You making whole movies, and then before it's done, you like, we gonna nip this and put it on the taxes.
But stay behind that man that might be facing 26 years in prison.
You talking about? You talking about they? You talking about
sorry,
Miller, right?
I said that man. Yes, they. Yes.
Oh yeah, they gonna support him because he got mental issues.
Man, my boy. All right.
He made a lot of decisions and nobody stepped in to do nothing. And but we gonna make this movie come out though. Like, I'm just like,
we're really gonna push this movie.
And people don't understand why, in situations like that, they shouldn't support it. But it's Flash. I just be like, at some point you got to be adult enough to know that you can't support everything. I'm sorry. I know.
I want to watch it too though. That's my only thing, bro. Tough.
I wanted to. I'm a Flash fan, but it's like you out here snatching kids and kidnapping people and robbing people and doing all this crazy shit.
There's
in real life. He played GTA in real life.
There is no bigger Flash fan in the world than I. And I
see the Flash shirt on right now.
Yeah, I saw the lightning one.
You are not going to do this, all this bullshit, and then say, "Oh, well, you know what? We're gonna notice." They keep pushing the movie back.
Yeah, they're trying
to make things die down.
Yeah,
no, bro, I ain't forgetting this. I'm not going to see it. Well,
you're not betraying Barry Allen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You doing this betraying Barry Allen. No. I just feel like that's.
Well, why don't they just?
We got other properties. Why don't
they just reshoot it and let Grant do it? No.
Yeah, it would cost a lot of money, but yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not,
but you can scrap one movie that had no issues, but you won't scrap this one. That's why I just be like they pick and choose.
I know, yeah.
They was almost done with Batgirl, and then Batgirl tested just as well as Black Adam. So why?
It sure did.
You know,
it did.
It did.
Just
and
as
people
well,
are
if not
sitting here
better
going
than Black
off on
Adam,
me,
and they was like, "No, we're not putting this out."
People going off on me in the comments. I'm like, "Oh, The Rock is finna save us," but it tested the same as Batgirl. The exact same, the same numbers. Black Adam tested the exact same, but the only reason it's going to do better is because The Rock is in it.
Yeah.
That is all. You have a
star power.
face.
Yeah.
Star power. Yeah.
You have a.
I know Dwayne said he got to head out. Bye, Dwayne. I know you was waiting for that moment.
No, you good. You good. No, you good. You guys, I'm enjoying it. All right, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys next Monday. All right, guys.
Yeah, he catching that flight.
But yeah, that's wild. That is wild. Okay. So let's let you know. Yeah, so I'll ask my questions. You guys could put yay, nay, IDK. After this news, do you have high hopes for the future of Cartoon Network and their properties?
I'm tired. I don't have high hopes for anything coming from the WB at this point.
Yeah.
Even the season of The Flash that's about to come out on the CW, I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like,
they have another season.
It's the finale, the last
season.
This is their last season because you know they went and canceled a lot of shows this year. But you know,
let it die, Lord.
Yeah, it's too soapy for me.
Let it die, dear word.
It's like, come on.
Christ. It's just.
Yes, when I was
this the last one.
Speed Force lightsabers and shit. I was like, all right, let me go to bed, bro. I was like, what was the budget for this?
So let's move to we don't have a graphic for this one. I might not have uploaded it or it might not have been created. I don't remember which one it is, but Super Mario movie. Okay. The trailer came out. There's all this controversy that came out. I know people were upset because when the poster came out, he ain't got the cheeks. He ain't got the thickness.
He ain't got the cheeks.
Yeah, that's what people are upset about.
I saw people
Mario
being
was the
upset
lame
over
one
the fact that
anyways.
he isn't speaking Italian, and I was just like, the old school Mario live action movies I saw, they was from like Brooklyn, bro. They was from like New York.
And that's where the take was, right? Where his accent choice was more so based off of like the movie, where it was like a Brooklyn, like you said, like a New York Italian versus it's a me Mario, like Italian, right?
Yeah. Which some people have said is like not fair to Italian people. Like they don't think it's like accurate.
But to be fair, people act like they do an African accent all the time and they're not African. People have done black accents and they're not black. And it's a whole lot of stuff. So why are we getting all in a tussle when it's Italian now? That's right.
Y'all don't even like make Mario though.
Y'all
He
see it
still
all the
came
time.
from Japan,
Hello?
right? Am I not
right?
And then another thing is that the voice of Mario's already in the movies. That's what's confusing me about the thing. The voice that does Mario is in the movie.
The actor, he's the part of the movie,
not Mario. So that's why I'm like,
y'all didn't know that?
The actor, he's
so they don't give a fuck
in the movie. He's in the movie, just not playing Mario. So I'm not confused as to why we need Star-Lord to play it when the voice is right there.
Right.
Now I think Tara said that. Is her name Tara Strong, the one that does all the voices? I think she was advocating for like the dude that does Mario. That's who should have done his voice. That's the only accurate argument that I can see because the rest of it is just like, you know, whatever.
Right.
I feel like that's stupid because I didn't know he was in the movie.
Hollywood is star power.
It's a voice.
That's why they got it.
I was just like, it's a voice.
I'm just saying, if you're already gonna cast the voice and he's gonna be in the movie, why not cast him as the?
So who is he even playing?
Yeah, facts.
He's not Mario.
He probably
doesn't make sense.
Probably Luigi.
No,
Luigi's Charlie Day. Charlie Day. Yeah. Which I want to hear him as Luigi, which we didn't hear him in the trailer. So I was like, I'm worried about that, but not really truly worried. So here's my thing. Starting off, when they showed the cast, I was like, okay, it's unique. And especially I did see that the voice actor that plays Mario in the game is on the cast list for the movie. So I was kind of confused as well. Like, why is it that we have him over Chris Pratt? I didn't understand that. That aside, after seeing the trailer and after seeing the movie poster, I don't care. The trailer looks amazing. I am super freaking excited for this movie. I think that this movie is going to be fire. My major concern more so was Toad, because personally for me, Toad is my favorite character. And when Toad talked and he was like goofy but cute and full of energy, I was like, thank you. I'm excited. I love it. Bowser, Jack Black did a fire job as Bowser. Even those little penguins at the beginning that are throwing I'm like, this movie has the fun of, Illumination Studios that does Minions and stuff like that you like, the funny antics that happen, cute characters, and I'm excited for the game. However, there's a lot of people that are really upset that it's Chris Pratt and not on the aspect of validity, right? For you guys, right? How do y'all feel? Are you visceral about the anger that you have against this because it's Chris Pratt? Do you even care that it's Chris Pratt? What does it mean to you?
I just want the original voice.
Jazzy.
That's it. If you're gonna cast them anyway, just use them. That's just how I feel.
Exactly. Like you got the original voice actor in there, so why not just let him do it? That's the voice we've known since we were kids. So why not just let him rock?
Yeah, like I wasn't mad at the voice of Bowser because I feel like everybody loves Jack Black, and like we've seen Jack Black's like work, and like we know that he will put all his
I love Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
and
me
like
too.
the same thing like with the Sonic movie when they had Jim Carrey as Eggman, even though Jim Carrey is not big and gigantic, like he still did a good job because we know that he will like embody that character. When you see Star-Lord, when you see Star-Lord,
she said Star-Lord.
That's what she calls him.
Do you really think that is like the best choice? Like, come on.
This is the thing about Chris Pratt that frustrates me. When he lost weight, he lost his funny.
Was he lost it
when he gained those abs though, and that
abs ever funny? Funny right now.
In Parks and Rec.
In Parks and Rec, he was funny in Parks and Rec.
It's like we don't feel that connection.
That's one of my favorite sitcoms.
It's like you're not human anymore. Where did your
humanity I just feel like it's more than that too, but I ain't gonna get into that.
This is the thing. I think
and he lost his girl.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing. We ain't gonna talk about fame, money, success, and how that impacts certain relationships and marriages, right? That's another thing to unpack. But with him, I think some people have the difficulty of separating the actor from their characters, right? And I think that's the thing, because he might have been funny as a character, but was he funny as a person? Because when I watch him as a person, I'm like, man, he can act. Because when you watch his regular things as him as a person, I'm like, I don't know if I'm really interested in this person.
When they announced him playing Mario, I was just trying to figure out why. I was just like, out of all the people, I don't know. It's like he got announced that to do a lot of stuff at one time too for like some reason. But I was just like, I don't understand why we made this choice. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there was better choices. And now that y'all saying that the person who actually plays Mario is in the movie,
that's really where my whole confusion comes from.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, okay, I didn't know that.
I think that, like you said, that's a fair thing. Like, you have him in the movie anyways. Why don't you have them? But a lot of people are just visceral, like, no, Chris Pratt, no. And I'm like, let's just.
That's more so probably his life choices that they're doing.
Yeah, true. Also, I will say that I don't like Chris Pratt's voice. I kind of find it repulsive in Mario. Like when I heard it, I was like, here we go. I'm like,
he doesn't fit Mario.
He sounds like
he doesn't fit Mario.
A lighter Brooklyner. It
didn't even like. Granted, I haven't heard a bunch of Brooklyn Italians talk before. It wasn't even giving that to me. It was giving like American white dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it didn't give me
from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Not even full New York.
Wait, not you saying like exactly who he is?
Oh, is he from the Midwest?
I think he is. Yes.
It was giving
exactly who he gave. Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he gave Chris Pratt for the role of Mario. You know what I'm saying? Rather than Mario as Mario.
So for you guys, does this kill the movie for you?
I mean, I was gonna watch it anyway.
I feel like I'm a Luigi fan anyway, so I just feel like I was gonna watch it.
They didn't play his voice in the trailer, so I'm like, why not?
I wasn't gonna watch it anyway, to be honest. If I watch it, it'll be off of some secondhand shit, to be honest. Like, I'm not.
Oh, you gonna bootleg it?
It's F at all. You know what I'm saying? I might be seeing it because somebody else playing. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll watch it. But it's like, I have
this is what we'll do. We'll watch it and we'll talk about it on the podcast, and I'll be like, hey, Goofy, come on down. All right. So I'll like the next couple of things we'll try to get to quickly because we still, She-Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Really quick, Spawn. Okay, Spawn is getting. They have 3 new writers for Spawn. Yeah, so we're gonna actually. I want to combine this and the Blade thing. Okay. Because Blade is delayed to 2023, but on top of that, there have been a lot of things, right? The director has left the production.
I thought Blade was already coming out in 2023. Is it am I tripping?
They delayed it
2024.
Spawn is Jamie.
Sorry, they delayed it
right now.
Well, this says to spring
2023. That's what I was like.
Yeah,
well, this says to spring
September 6, 2024. It took
it's supposed to be 2024, I think.
Okay. So then the article that we have here maybe
because it was already coming out in.
This is October 3rd, though. Well, so Blade gets further delayed, right?
Yeah.
But also Mahershala Ali had expressed how he is he has issues with it, right?
Yeah.
News came out that they wanted to only have 2 action scenes in the movie.
Crazy.
Right. They want to limit the amount of blood that's in the movie.
Trash.
It's a vampire
Just wait
movie.
until y'all can do rated R stuff.
Yeah.
I told Trey when we discussed this a week ago or so, I was like, it needs to be the word blade, and I need to see a blade cut through it, and we immediately start fucking up vampire. Excuse me, like we need to start messing up.
No, it's fine.
We need to start messing up as soon as it come on. Like it's Blade. That is what he does. His name is a weapon. Like it's literally like there in the name. Like I don't understand why he wouldn't be just like messing people up most of the movie.
Because we know it's Disney and the direction we've been seeing with their adultish stuff, right? And their Marvel stuff, because they were starting to try to be more adult with Moon Knight, and there was issues with that, right? With the the blackout. Okay, people are laying out, and there's not a lot of blood, right? So with that, and then this is why, kind of circling back to the Werewolf movie, I'm like, I am concerned with how this is going to be. And I am kind of I never am like, let's not make a property, but I am with this situation. I'm kind of like, you know what, let's not make it until maybe like Elliot was saying that they're seeming to do more and more. And then Tasha was saying, let's wait on it. I think that maybe we should wait till y'all are ready to show actual adult content to the adults that are paying for Disney Plus. No children's paying for it.
If you don't even do like action sequences for Blade, what are we gonna get when we get Deadpool?
It said 2 action sequences, and they don't want to.
Deadpool is just ignorant. So I'm like, if y'all can't deliver on Blade, how y'all gonna deliver on Deadpool? That's straight blood, cursing, killing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, how are y'all gonna do that?
Disembowelment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so my husband had said something that I think would be fitting, because Disney acquired Fox, right? And so their Fox properties, it used to be 20th Century Fox, now it's just 20th Century Studios, and they have been putting some adult Marvel content on Hulu.
Right.
I feel like Deadpool should be like that. Blade should be like that. Have your violence, have the blood, have the gore, have the adult sequences, the action set pieces. Put it on Hulu like you did the Prey movie.
But at one point, I want to say this year, Disney did that whole rating thing where you had to let them know like what age.
I was hopeful.
And I'm like, what was the purpose of doing that if y'all still was gonna be scared to put stuff? Like
it was just to get money off of Daredevil.
I just feel like at this day and age, you have to watch what your children watch. Disney isn't supposed to do that for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be y'all got the money to put it in y'all system to where if this kid signed up for Disney Plus and they're 13, you only let them get certain selections.
If
feel like an adult, then you have everything, but it's not on them to not put blood or not put violence in something because they're scared some outraged parent is going to write a letter about it. Like, no, you should know what your children are watching. Like, it's just that simple.
I feel like they added that option, like to it be like, oh, is it age like up or for kids or whatever? I feel like they made that option only to say people to not unsubscribe from Disney. Because if they kept seeing stuff was getting censored and stuff like that the whole time, then the adults will be filtering out. Like it will be less people.
They lied to us.
So they were like, "Ooh, let's put an option to make it seem like we gonna show blood, but we not really."
They lied to us.
Yeah,
they should have did a Disney Kids, and then they should have did a Disney Plus.
They have Disney Junior. They have an app called Disney Junior. Like, why are we? This is a thing. This is a thing that pisses me off. Disney, listen to me, all right? I barely say that, okay? The fact that when they sold Disney Plus, they said we are going to have movie budget productions. Kids don't care about that. You were selling to adults. You were selling to us because people were complaining when Disney Plus was like, oh, we're going to put these your Marvel heroes on TV. They're thinking about S.H.I.E.L.D., right? And the production value of S.H.I.E.L.D. And people were like clowning on the production value of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? And so they're like, don't worry, guys. The Marvel properties on Disney Plus are going to have movie budget productions. And that was a way to sell. And then talking about X-Men and your childhood shows that us as adults watched when we were kids. So you were selling to adults, but the ish that we've been getting has been asinine. Like, I just do not understand what is happening.
Yeah. I think it's
somebody making decisions. They need to like figure it out because
they need to move to another company.
I think part of it is like, obviously they don't want to like get angry parents, but they also want to keep those people as consumers and watching their content at the same time. But it's like, at what point do you take a risk? You know what I'm saying? Like at some point you gotta branch out from what you feel like the brand is of Disney and like have different, because you're gonna get so big. You're acquiring all these companies. It can't all be the same. This family friendly image of like content. You know what I'm saying? You have to separate. You have to, especially if you
buy
are
everything,
literally buying up the entire market. You know what I'm saying? Like you're buying up everything. You have to give people different things for
buying anime. Like, come on, bro. Like,
you gotta give
the Bleach
people what
thing,
they want, bro.
right?
And they put Bleach on Hulu. They put it on Hulu because it's violent. I thought it was gonna be on Disney Plus, but it's on Hulu.
They put Bleach on Hulu.
Yeah, they bought out Crunchyroll,
and it's bloody and it's violent.
Bought Crunchyroll?
No. So there was a bidding war on the streaming rights for Bleach, and Disney won the bidding war.
So it's not on Crunchyroll anymore.
That's so
it's on
wild,
Hulu.
bro.
But so far with the 2 episodes I've seen, baby, it's worth it. Like
it is.
My thing is like they're again baiting adults to this, right?
Yeah.
Hey, check out Disney, check out what we're doing, and they knew that there was a market for it. That's why they spent so much money on it, using the money that us adults are paying. So give us ish, bro. Give us good content.
I just feel like they have enough money to literally filter out. Like, you have profiles. They have like age ranges or whatever. Whenever you set all this up, they have enough money to have a system in place to filter out which profile can watch what shows. I don't understand why that's just
like how Netflix has the Netflix Kids thing.
Upon themselves to go on Mama account and watch whatever. That's something they got to deal with at home. They ain't got nothing
to
do. You know,
set a password.
But like, it's just I don't know.
They need risk. They need to take some risk, bro. Like having a Blade movie with 2 action sequences is
and limiting the blood.
Wild,
garbage.
A vampire movie.
How you gonna limit blood on a vampire movie? That's what they
That's what I'm saying.
Their sustenance.
Did you see the old Blades too? Like they was taking baths in blood.
They literally started the
old Blades was wild.
Showering blood in a club.
Yeah.
You cannot get out the blood. And I swear to God, I will be so upset if they make this blood blue. They better not make that.
Not blue, girl, please.
They better not. They better
not. They would do something like that too.
They did that for Morbius when he was little.
Not Trey Leaving.
And when he drank that blue blood, he drank it like a Capri Sun every time.
Oh, you talking about Morbius, the cartoon? Like when it was a cartoon?
No, like the
movie.
The movie.
I'm so glad I didn't watch that movie.
Yeah, the movie. They had blue blood.
Yeah, it was blue blood.
Out of packets.
It
was a synthetic blood, a synthesized blood. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't get it.
But my thing is, if you're synthesizing it, why are you like, hey, let's make it blue? You know, why not make it red and just say it's synthesized?
Blue is what it looks like before oxygen reaches it.
Right.
Like, that's what they're going to say. Something like that.
That's
like,
true.
You don't get your...
Okay, science.
I just want to know who's like in the writer's room, like as a group. Like who?
I feel like it's the person that's over Disney that allows them to only do so
Disney
much
Plus.
with Marvel. Like I feel like they fight as much as they can,
and
but
Star Wars
only allow them to do certain stuff. It's that CEO of Disney that does that.
Bob,
it's their brand.
They need to take a nap.
That's what they want.
But you can't buy adult content. That's like buying porn and then saying, but we only gonna put out what they used to call like Skinamax. They only gonna like Skinamax, like that's all
Lauren.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's like they need to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? On how they gonna approach that. And DC, the crazy part about DC is like they want to be Marvel too.
They
want
to
be
be
family friendly too.
And
it's
they
like
failing every time.
yeah, like can y'all just be the other like superheroes, like the serious dark superheroes? They've done that with the animated stuff. It is amazing, bro. Like have you seen the movie? Yeah.
I grew up on DC. I didn't know people from Marvel, and it's just like now I'm over here watching all this Disney stuff, and I don't even want to see nothing that DC giving me because most of the time it's not gonna pan out right. So
it's a whole thing. So we'll skip the rest of the stuff. We were going to talk about House Party trailer, although I wanted to show the House Party trailer. I really did, but just to save on time, let's jump into She-Hulk. We're not going to do a episode by episode breakdown, but we're gonna talk about the finale because us here on the channel, we, the past couple of weeks have not gotten to the She-Hulk part of our conversation. So originally we were going to do a breakdown, but so many things have happened, right? Let's talk about the show as a whole. We can focus on the finale, but also the show as a whole in general. So for those who are watching, if you have not seen, we lost there's spoiler. We lost our horns. He got to go, I think, patrol the streets of
who worried about spoilers for She-Hulk though? Come on, like for real.
Listen, I like to do my due diligence.
No,
okay?
I appreciate it, but I'm like at this point, like y'all need to go home. Like this show is like it's all over the place. Like it's funny, quirky. You know what I mean? It's not one of them shows like
that's
you
hilarious.
need to know like all the details.
I will say that's true. This doesn't really feed well. So hold on. Before we jump into that really quick, we do have a super chat. They did this a while ago, so I definitely want to shout them out. Lang, shout out to Jaden Whedon for the super chat. They could have given the Hex Girls a spinoff. This was back when we were talking about Scooby.
Hello, man.
And Velma and the shows and stuff like that. Shout out to Kira, right? Kira, please, because they had the YouTube version. There was like a YouTube one, and I think she played one of the Hex Girls. So shout out to Kira, please. Or Kiara, please. Sorry, I said that wrong. Don't forgive me.
Kiara from Death Note.
Kiara, please. Okay. So yes, She-Hulk. Okay. So first thing I want you guys to do is your rating. Like, what do you think? Your number. Okay. How many Hulk smashes or She-Hulk?
Are we rating the whole series?
Let's do the whole series. Whole series. Well, how about you do both? You do the finale and the series, right? Because I will say I have a different rating for both. Okay. Tasha, we'll start with you. Out of 10 She-Hulk claps. Okay.
I got a clap.
10 twerk.
No, because you know how she was doing like the clap.
The thunderclap.
Yeah, the thunderclap. Out of the She-Hulk claps.
I'm not good at giving like number ratings, so I'm just gonna make this quick. As a whole for the show, I liked it for what it was. Like I feel like for her character, like the show was really good. I know a lot of people had issues with it, but I liked it for what it was. Now the finale, I'm one of those people that like ignorant shit like that. So I feel like for me, it was just funny. I know for a lot of people, it's like, but where is this going further for the MCU? So I know a lot of people probably didn't like it. I didn't like that. It was like that part with what's his name? Todd, like taking her blood. I think that's what his name was. Was his name Todd? It's like they kind of went back and made it so he didn't take her blood and didn't turn something like, so did that happen or not? Because that part was a little confusing, but I like that somebody said she did what I don't want to say white women, but they were saying she spoke to the manager and she got everything soft like Karen.
Okay, first of all, I think we need to stop saying that that's a Karen thing, okay? Because sometimes you do have to speak to the manager.
Hold up.
Okay,
that just changed my number right there. Because
somebody said she had a Karen moment and spoke to the manager and literally got the outcome she wanted. So when I saw that, I was just like, wow. I didn't think about it like
wow.
That,
oh my God, I'm changing my number.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, Jazz. What's your number for the show, and then what's your number for the episode?
I mean, I'm stuck on that. I'm sorry. For the finale, it was kind of So I gotta say the finale, I gotta get that thing a 5, and for the whole series as a whole, I gotta give it like it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my God, good. Like so, like I would say like maybe like a 6.5, close to.
Okay.
Close to 7. 6.8.
6.8. Okay. All right, Goofy.
I'm kind of right along with Jazzy said, to be honest. I mean, and y'all gonna hate me for this. I feel like a lot of what Marvel put out, especially with the shows, but I feel like a lot of it is kind of like 6.5 to 7. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this show kind of felt like right in that range. It wasn't really like something particularly like crazy, but I think the perspective and who it was catering to is something that we don't really get enough in media. Like I think it was definitely catering towards women more. And I think that was dope. We need more fresh perspectives. It was kind of like a risk. They were taking a risk trying to see how this would go. Obviously, knew the fans were going go crazy. What do? They you know, they went crazy at every opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Misreading what she was saying. You know, all kind of stuff. It's so interesting how reality like depicts on art the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way that if a woman would have been having that conversation with a man, they kind of did the same thing to her by extension of the show. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought it was particularly interesting, and I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm for that. I appreciate Marvel for this one. But I gotta be honest, it's somewhere between the 6.5 and the 7. I like 6.8. That's fine.
And what's about the finale?
Before the Karen introduction, I was looking at it a different way, but the finale itself, I didn't think it was necessarily like horrible. You know what I'm saying? I definitely thought it was new because they were kind of making fun of like how they usually run Marvel shit. You know, it's so predictable. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'd be so mad at Marvel sometimes. I'm like, God damn, I can predict where this shit going already. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of following those same lines. So I did appreciate that. You know, I felt like it was new. I mean, obviously, She-Hulk is kind of like a joke of a comment or a fourth wall breaking comment. You know what I'm saying? It's comedy. So that's the way they decided to go with it. But I didn't particularly hate it. I would say the season finale was right along the same lines for me, 6.5 to 7. You know, I didn't really despise it or anything. You know. But I didn't think it was like especially rewarding either, even though they did subvert our expectations. But yeah.
Okay, Trey.
Same thing, like 6 to 7. And the reason I give the finale a 7 is because of the Karen moment. Like I didn't even think about it as a Karen moment until just now. Like I did not even think of that. And I was like, yeah, that's something a Karen would do. Like, oh, I'm gonna go complain and get what the hell I want, no matter what. And she got what she wanted. Yeah. And then also it changed the Marvel formula because like 2008 up until now, character has powers, villain has the same powers as the main character, defeat the villain. We've got
that's true.
Years. Yeah. We've gotten that years. We know, just like Goofy said, we've been getting that and we know, oh, okay, well, this is gonna happen. Whoa, watch, he finna punch him just like this. Boom, got it, boom, death. Move on. Same thing. Now
they stay killing their villains too.
Yeah, and now she did something different, and it's like, oh, okay, so yeah, like it was different. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't action. The best thing about it, honestly, not the finale, but the series, was the Daredevil cameo. Like when he popped up, I'm like, it was so good. He was different. He was better. Yeah. To me, he moved like a comic book character. In the Netflix show, he didn't move like that. Yeah. His agility wasn't like that. He was more street based. He fought, he brawled, which was
he was cool. A brawler. He was a brawler.
And that was
fire
fine.
brawler.
I'm like, for that time, for it to be its own separate thing, like they're their own separate universe. They're the Defenders saga. And that's cool. But now that he's a part of the MCU, he's more agile, he's more acrobatic. He's more of a comic booky character, which you should feel. And I felt that when he was moving. When she swung and he just fell back on the ground and then popped up, swung between the bricks that were. I was like, yo, what is no, he wasn't moving like this on Netflix. Right. So they really bumped him up power-wise. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. So I mean, overall, the whole series 6 to 7. But like the finale, I'm like, that whole Karen moment was a solid 7 for me. Like that was different. It was something different that we don't usually get.
All right, Elliot.
Yeah, no, I'm right where you guys are at pretty much. I'll say finale wise was a 7. And the whole series is a 7 too. It's one of my more kind of lower tier Disney Plus shows, and not even necessarily because it wasn't so MCU tied. Because like I said with Werewolf by Night, I'm more preferring more singular in a vacuum independent story in the greater universe, especially when you have grounded characters like a Daredevil and even a She-Hulk. I don't have to worry about them fighting a Thanos or Kang the Conqueror. So I kind of like that, kind of separation of the two. But as far as the thing with the series though, is it took a while to figure out what it really was. and it's a comedy that didn't really always hit the comedy beats for me. Which is the first time Marvel has like specifically said this is a straight up comedy. We've gotten comedy in MCU. I'm actually trying to make a comedy. I think very similar to the platform of Disney Plus. They're still figuring how to work the kinks out because it has, and that's why I kind of do like some of the elements of the finale because it did, like you guys said, it addresses the predictability of Marvel, and it's so funny because they even address that they don't want to do certain things, but yet they give us the Hulk moment with the sun, which is like, why did you even have to put that in the show with Star? So it's funny that they're their own worst enemy, and it's almost like it's sad to see that Marvel is very aware of their negatives, but yet they still continue to do it, which kind of speaks to this. Trained at this point as Marvel fans, but overall I'm excited to see what they do with her next. I just hope that when we do see her again that it is a more concise, more definitive version of the character, and Jen and She-Hulk kind of be two of the same, and kind of go from there. But it was an okay series.
Okay, so for me, I would say I'm a 7 for the show. Right. The things I liked about the show itself, I liked how it did make fun of like a lot of those things. It was very aware. It was a very aware show, right? It was aware of like the sexism that would happen. It was aware of, right. Yeah. And like with her being a woman, and I really loved the aspect of she's like, I don't want to be a hero. This happened to me. This is not what I want. I just want to be a lawyer. And I loved that. And then her having to try to decide what is she going to be? What shoes is she going to fill? Who is she going to be? Jen, or is she going to be She-Hulk? You know, how does that affect how people look at her? I loved those things that we were diving into. So I liked it for 7. I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it. I know like the Wongers thing, as Cam put in the chat, Madison with a Y, and it's not where you think. I thought that was funny, you know, and it kind of reminded me of Wong in Doctor Strange when Doctor Strange made that joke about Beyonce, and Wong was like, "Who?" But then later you hear him listening to Beyonce, you know. So I felt like it was like a part of Wong that people don't remember or don't go back to. Yeah. However, the finale after the Karen thing. I'm gonna give it a 2. I give it a 2. Ooh, okay, a 2 out of 10. Yeah, wow. I give it a 1 + 1. That's what I give it. Equals 2.
Why do you feel that way?
So here's my thing. The points that you guys gave that I do agree with. I like that they wanted to try something different, right? And when you said that formula, I was like, it wasn't until you said it that I realized it, especially like with Iron Man. Iron Man had the powers. Then Obadiah had the powers. Then, he got rid of Obadiah. Black Panther had the powers. Killmonger has the power. You know, it's like, it is kind of like it's kind of like a thing that continues, right? My thing though is, you don't have to like, I'm cool with it being a solitary thing and you don't have to feed into the universe, but it was like, as far as storytelling, right? You're like, okay, we're telling a story. And then when they were like, okay, they're going to undo, like, she just said everything. Like, okay, how about we make Todd not get the powers and he just gets arrested? How about we have, what's his name? Abomination. He just, you know, like you said, all that Karen stuff. I cannot unhear the Karen now, right? How would we do that? And then Bruce, like, get him out of here. And they just did it. So I was just like, okay, one complaint that has been a complaint that other people have had for the show that I was like, okay, it's not a big complaint for me until the finale, was the aspect that I know people were going into this expecting a lot of action, expecting a lot of like fights and a lot of, you know, villain arcs and things like that. And since I knew going into this that it was written by people that there was women that said that they want to do like a lawyer sitcom type of thing, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But when they were getting to the end, I'm like, okay, it would be exciting to see her powers at work in some type of fashion, in some type of capability. And when we were, or capacity, excuse me, when we were getting to that, and then it's like, no, let's just undo it. I was like, I didn't like that. Yeah, I felt cheated. I definitely felt cheated. Okay. I felt cheated at the end, where I'm like, okay, I want to invest more into this character. I want to invest more in her journey, right? Which this is the first show where I feel like they were taking us along with her journey versus like other shows where the character's here, then the character's here at the end, and we're like, okay, how did they get there? They were taking us along the journey, but then they're just like, okay, we're going to undo the journey. That's how I felt.
So you feel like the fight for her would have really solidified her as She-Hulk?
Well, my thing is, since they were gearing up for the fight, at least one of the things that I would have liked is, okay, what are the depths of her powers? She wants to be different, right? She wants to be different than Hulk. She has said, I am not Bruce. I am not Bruce. Okay. And we got to learn a lot about Jen, but we didn't get to learn a lot about She-Hulk. We just learned a lot about how Jen doesn't want to be She-Hulk. Right. Mm-hmm. And then if they had stayed just in that realm and didn't even tease okay, she's going to have to fight Todd. She's going to have to do a fight thing. Because I was, when it seemed like there was some secret agency that was trying to steal her blood. And when that guy slept with her and did that thing, I was like, ooh, there's like a lot of depth here. I can't wait to see how this is going to unfold.
Yeah, and they just kind of skipped over all of it.
I hate it. Yeah. I hated
she
that
went
it was
from
Todd.
almost choking the shit out of one of them to like having a woosah moment and like, let me just let you get arrested. I get
yeah.
She didn't have a Hulk moment technically. Yeah. She didn't have it. It was cut short. And then like I realized when she was at the little retreat or whatever, and like everybody was missing. I'm like, bro, they probably here, having this event. Yes. So when she walked in, I'm thinking everybody about to get fucked up, and then they just like cut, and then
and then it's the end. So if they had like maybe not even had it been Todd, have it be some secret agency, and we don't even have to dive into that right now. Keep like teasing it, right? And then after, when we see something else, then we're like, oh, that's the one that in the She-Hulk, if you want to do that, right? But it was really adding such a layer of interest where I'm like, oh, it's funny, we've got this arc, there's something going on, what's going on? And then it was like, oh, it's Todd, this racist that was like, he took a spear from Wakanda. Anyway. My blood boiled with that guy.
Calling her a specimen, and then he was trying to like sue Wakanda, like so they can't get their shit back. Like he was like something about like it came from colonizers, but they can't do nothing about it because he bought it. It's still stolen though. Like
hello,
it's still stolen.
Right.
I almost feel like I get what you're saying, Christine, and I almost feel like they try to do something different and bold with the finale. But it's like what would have been bold and different is if they, instead of trying to build it up, acting like they were gonna do the same old thing, and they're doing something different. They should have just did something different to begin with,
and stayed with the different.
Yeah,
and like, or that would have been had chosen ideal to do the whole fourth wall break moment. She still should have fought or did something anyway. Like they still could have left that party in just to because you were trying to gauge how she would fight a Hulk against Hulk instead of her and Bruce like doing.
We get to see her in action.
Wanted to see her fight Todd. The powers.
Saving it for the movie.
Yep, that's all it is.
Which she's going to be in. Yeah. And somebody had made that comment. I don't know if it was one of you guys or Dwayne, Jazz, Charlie, but the aspect of how these shows are essentially just teasers for the movie versus giving us concise actual good content.
We said that.
Marvel has yet to write a TV show. They've been making movies into shows. They haven't wrote a show yet.
Yeah. But the thing that's crazy to me is that even though we have these shows, and like I said before, like the show's runtime is longer than the movies that we get. And I feel like we connect
they do less
way more with the ones that we had less time with. We had less time like with Iron Man and all of that stuff. And we love the hell out of them. And we're getting full series from these people and getting longer time with them. And we still don't care for that character, so
or don't really know a lot, and that's the thing.
And I don't connect with that character as I thought I would, like I did.
Right. So and I wanted to. I enjoyed her fourth wall breaking
with the Moon Knight show. I feel like I like that as a show. I feel like I kind of connected to like seeing his story with his mom and why he had the splits and all that kind of stuff. I liked where they went with that one. Now, I know every show is not going to be perfect, but I kind of like what they did with that one.
Yeah.
So with Moon Knight, I liked the character. I liked what he went through as his different names, right? The many versions of him.
Yeah.
However, when it came to that Moon Knight part, I was I felt very cheated, especially with the
blacking out. Okay.
It's like give us the visceralness, give us the action, give us the thing. I loved, like I said in the first episode, loved it. The first episode.
Another season and they do decide to be more gritty, it's because of that personality that we didn't see it. I feel
which
like
is what I want. They better not cheat.
I feel like it's that one, like the little snippet we got at the end where like they introduced another personality.
I feel like
Jake, right?
Yeah, Jake Locke.
Yeah, I feel like Moon Knight was a build-up. Like I feel like out of all the series that we got, Moon Knight was the biggest build-up because you really learned about his past, you learned about these personalities, and then the other personality, you're like, okay, who is this? I like somebody who read I know who this is, and I know what he's about. So I'm like, okay, cool. So maybe next season the fight will be between.
Is there going to be a next season?
I feel like
I don't know. They keep
like
going back and forth because at first they said it was like gonna be another season, but then they were like when they get awards, it was like nominated as like a limited series. So I don't know because I've heard like different stuff back and forth.
Because Oscar said he was gonna sign a one-time contract, and that
smart man.
That Iron Man told him not to do.
Business.
He didn't want to get tied down. That's the thing.
But I heard that Marvel wasn't giving people long contracts anyway anymore though. After
they're not doing that either.
You know, like the whole first phase of Heroes, because people wouldn't do stuff unless they got theme park rides named after them or like all this intricate stuff. When you didn't know if your movie was going to be good. So I've heard now they're doing short contracts anyway. Like the guy who plays Vision, he didn't know if he'd ever do anything else again because he signed on for WandaVision and he doesn't know what's going to happen going forward.
Oh, he's
well, I know that now, but you know, like at first when they first did WandaVision, it was like, that's all you're in until we feel like we need you to go further. So they have short contracts anyway now with these shows. There's no guarantee that they can.
That's good though for the actors too, low key, because I know Robert Downey Jr. was. I think I saw something where he was talking to another actor and he was basically just saying that like
Oscar. He was telling Oscar not to do.
Oh yeah, he got fucked pretty much because he signed that long contract early on and he's like he had all these movies.
Robert got the most money though.
Like Robert
felt like he could have got more.
After Avengers, him, Thor, and I think Captain America was the other one. Like sat down with Disney. We're like, we ain't doing not Disney, Marvel like, before. They're like, we ain't doing more until you pay us more.
Like money off royalties from like everything else, anything that got like the Iron Man.
2008
was making like royalties off of it. Yeah. So they can. How many minutes was he in? Like how much he got paid for?
$10 million for
like 8 minutes. That's why I was like, they can't afford him. That's why they killed his ass because like they can't afford to keep putting him in stuff.
Yikes, but it was a good day. Had me balling in the theaters.
Yeah,
we was all balling at that, but
hello.
But that's the thing. That's my point, though. I'm like with the people that are in the shows now, the heroes that are in the shows now. If there's another blip, if people get dusted away, will you care if they get dusted away? If their characters get dusted away?
I feel like right now where they are with the shows, I don't feel like it's gonna matter as much.
Yeah.
But as they go into this next phase next year, I feel like it's gonna matter more once you start seeing what Kang is doing. I feel like it's gonna matter a little bit.
And that's
some of the characters
when Kang starts snapping necks.
Because when like Miss Marvel, a lot of people didn't care for her, but I feel like people would love her more when they see her with the Marvels. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna see her. I loved her show for what it was. Though. I know it's probably more team based, but I loved her character and I loved seeing her like culture and stuff like that because you don't get a lot of that stuff.
Right.
You know, they're really about the races out, but I'm just like, I like stuff like that, but you know, it's not for everybody.
And Yelena and Kate Bishop, I rock with them.
To be honest,
like
though,
I
feel
like them, but and then I feel like they got cheated because I think Yelena and Kate were supposed to have a show, but I think they like nicked it. They were supposed to have like their own thing, but I don't think they're doing it anymore. But I just feel like it'll matter more as we go through more movies.
Yeah. Exactly. What I was gonna say, which is kind of the idea, like in the beginning, like if somebody would have asked us if Iron Man dies, would any of us care? Like when them first Marvel
movie,
nobody give the fuck. Like Iron Man 2,
after Captain America,
Iron Man 3,
Civil War,
you know, Thor 1 and 2. Like we didn't really give a fuck about these characters.
I still don't care about Thor today. But
perfect example of that is like even when you got Civil War and we saw T'Challa for the first time. I don't feel about him like
if I could do that flip and stand up.
I was like, he was kind of cocky talking about he about to body Bucky. I'm like, do you know who my boy is? I'm like, who is this? Like, I get you Black and you the Panther, but I'm like, he didn't grow on me until later.
I think we need time for this
assassinated his dad. So
but I'm just saying, like,
he was out for blood.
Up T'Challa,
I wouldn't say
didn't
nothing
resonate with me until later. Like when he first showed up, like I get why he was doing it, but at the same time, I'm like, but Bucky, my boy, though, just like Captain America wasn't finna let nobody take his boy out. I was like that. But you know,
no,
like
but that car chase,
it's like
when you see him with the car with the claws, I was like,
he started growing on you as you see him more. But you know, at first when he was talking to like Natasha, he was like, "Yeah, you ain't got to worry about getting him because I'm gonna get." I'm like. Like,
don't worry, Miss Romanoff.
That's because
I
think
Black
Panther seeing him come and like, first of all, when he came, that whole scene of them just introducing him, and then like he came, it was like he dropped down. You didn't even hear it. It dropped down. It was silent, and he didn't say a word to nobody. He was just like, "I'm coming for you." It is one.
That's intro.
And like I get it, but it's like that's
how I would be if I'm a hero and I have some powers and I know I could fuck somebody up and you done killed my dad and blew him up to smithereens. I'm coming for everybody. So I'm not saying nothing. You should know what it is on site as soon as I see you.
I have a perfect example though of like I get what y'all saying with the shows, but I feel like the perfect movie example of like the way they doing the shows is Eternals. Eternals should have been a show first.
Oh, for sure.
Anything,
for
sure.
It probably would have been better. Well, you know what? I take that back.
It would have been the same. You got to like the fighting, and I feel like that burned people out. So I get why the B-list characters, as people call them, are being introduced in shows first before they end up in movies, because that's time you're taking away from the movies that we have to know people. So I feel like that's also
the only problem. Like so I think Elliot had made the list, right, where he said Kate Bishop, Yelena, and Miss Marvel, right? I'm not gonna lie, I don't care for Miss Marvel. Okay. The things I loved about the show is I know, boo boo. I know. For Miss Marvel, the things I loved the culture. I love the things of learning about Pakistan and then the Indian and the India and like the what they call
partition.
The partition.
I always think about Beyonce when they
hello. Partition. Okay. So like no, I loved the things that I learned about the culture. It's the character that I felt that I didn't get to connect with, right? And then the things about the show with the ending, which I'm hella confused. Like, you was gonna let your son be in prison, but now you like, okay, I'm gonna whisper his name. Now he got the power. It didn't make no sense. But that aside, right? I feel like going back to Jazz's question, if the blip happened now, and I was thinking about this, I don't think I wouldn't care. The only person I would have cared about is Yelena, but not even because I'm emotionally extremely invested in her. I think she's a fire character from what we've seen so far. But like bawling in the, like when Iron Man died, bawling in the theater, when Civil War, the ending of Civil War, where we're like, holy crap, are the Avengers going to be Avengers anymore? I was like, what has happened? Like, I was emotionally invested in these characters.
But it took time for you to get there.
Right.
It wasn't
exactly.
It's
still like, think about it like this. If you have the original Avengers, but we had somebody else before them, and Thanos blipped them like phase 1, you wouldn't care about Iron Man getting blipped and stuff as much as you would in phase 3.
And right now, we're in our new... I know it's phase 4, but this is the new phase.
Yeah, this is like the new phase 1.
You gotta give it time.
I feel like
you gotta give it that time. Like
this phase 3, then you're gonna be like, oh my God.
Okay, hold on. So hold on, you guys have a point, but I will say this. Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie, watching that movie and how I felt like, oh, I'm super freaking excited for this journey with this character, have not felt that with these shows.
Really?
That's fair. Then that's fair though, for sure. If you don't have that one, at least one character that you're really obsessed with, but I think like the group thing didn't really come together, or the deep care didn't come until like Avengers. We started getting Avengers movies together. We started seeing the team work together, the chemistry, all that shit. That's when it's like, I love these niggas.
My heart.
Don't kill Tony. You know what I'm saying?
You better not.
Like, Tony, you better get along with
real honestly, people didn't like Captain America until the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah. First movie was that.
Like, Cap to the Winter Soldier. You're not gonna tell.
So then, I want to ask this question to you guys: do any of the shows have you feeling how you felt, like that excitement that you felt like, oh, I can't wait to see this journey? Have any of those shows made you feel like how you felt when you saw the first Iron Man?
I would say no.
All the new characters.
I would say the character of Yelena gave me that. And,
Yelena, who's Yelena?
She don't count. It's from the. It's not from the show.
Is the new Black.
But that's what I'm saying. As like the whole show, I would say like WandaVision, because Scarlet.
WandaVision was very like,
and Moon Knight, because I like Moon Knight's character, and how complex he is. But as far as the other one, I don't give a fuck about Hawkeye. I don't care about. I mean, I care about.
Well,
I care
Hawkeye
about
retired anyway,
a little bit.
Look, I was like, but Kate.
I like Miss Marvel because of the culture, so like I could kind of say that.
Like I like her culture, and I would like to see season 2 more about her culture.
Just be for real right now. Like if we just had like this was real life. And then they just popped up and you get a news bulletin that Kang then dropped on Earth right now. And then you just see him snap Kamala Nick on TV. That wouldn't affect y'all at all. Like you just see
not
him
that much.
I didn't even watch the show. So
and just snap her neck in front of everybody. Like y'all would just be like, cool with that.
Why you taking my stuff though, man?
Hold on. With that, I would care at the fact that a teenage girl died. I wouldn't be like, oh, my heart, this is one character that I really, really love. It would just be like, man, Kang don't care. And it more so gives points to Kang about his visceralness. I'm like, wow, he's somebody you might not want to F with, right? But it won't make my heart beat more for her.
Can I just say something really quick? I think that while these shows may not be hitting for us right now the same way as when we first got into Marvel, I would ask though, would you say that the new generation of kids are caring about these characters in the way that we cared about them when we were younger? Because I think that's what essentially what Marvel is doing. That's their best strategy for longevity moving forward is to buy on to the new audience of kids for them to carry on to the next, throughout the next phase.
We still don't care about the old heads. I'm over here still
pretty much.
I mean, that's what Disney's saying.
Like you got teenage characters, so and teenage boys and girls are looking at this stuff.
I feel like I'm gonna care more about the new Avengers versus the young Avengers. Like I feel like, like seeing Anthony be like the new version of Captain America, seeing Monica like when she finally had that moment with like Carol and like seeing where her character go and her powers go, like that kind of stuff. I'm waiting on stuff like that. The kid stuff doesn't bother me, but it's like I can, long as it's not teenage high school drama, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm cool. Like, I'd be excited to see the boy that was like the grandson of the Black Captain America. I can't think of his name.
Yes.
Isaiah. I think
Isaiah's grandson.
Whatever. I'm excited to see like them, like go into like whatever. But it just depends on the situation is all. Cause like me, now I feel like with that, we got a movie for Eternals, but I don't feel like I would be as heartbroken if you didn't see them anymore compared to some of the people from the shows. The
only two I really liked was the Fast Girl and the Irish guy.
I thought that was a wasted movie. They could have put that money into so much other.
And then technically they died, but they still like exist in a way, right? Because like don't they have like more of them? Like
more of them.
It's more of them out there.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm sad, but then bitch, like y'all could go to another planet and just like reboot and get another. Reboot another one. And
to that point, Tasha, I think when I was saying that, I didn't want to say that it necessarily had to be a kid show. Just the characters themselves. Like, do you think Moon Knight and the rest of them are as popular with younger audiences?
I do feel like they're probably because they don't have anything to watch. I just feel like as for superheroes, DC not delivering. I don't care what nobody's saying about it. They not delivering. They're not. They delivered the Batman. They delivered the Batman. I feel like that was my favorite out of everything they've done.
Pat Bat. I love Pat Bat.
And Shazam surprised me. Shazam was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yes. Robert Pattinson, Batman.
And then like, cause as soon as they announced him as Batman, it was like Sparkles. Cause like he's from Twilight. We was like Sparkles about to be
Captain Sparkles.
But he did it though. Like he did it. So that just shows his range as an actor. But every big name DC get is not gonna deliver like that. And that's where they fail. Y'all keep trying to get people that have a fan base because their fans are gonna see it instead of you catering to your fans. Whole, like,
okay.
And I just want to say that I think it kind of talks like what we're talking about here. I think is just like the critique of the overall strategy of Disney Plus and how they don't have a really good job of mixing old with new and as far as like characters and also content style as well. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're kind of generally leaning towards new, prioritizing new. That's why you see the less violence in a lot of the shows and stuff like that, because they want those kids to be able to watch it and fall in love with these characters at an early age.
Baby,
you know what I'm saying? So they can really do that. But it's like
kids know how they be on TikTok, how kids was snatching sinks and toilets out of schools last year or whenever that was. What was the name of that challenge they were doing when they were taking all the stuff out of school?
Yeah, but them parents
they were doing the Devious Lick Challenge. These were kids at school, like
trying to pop teachers' tires without them knowing, and like stealing sinks and mirrors and y'all haven't heard about that because y'all ain't got kids.
Man.
But it was so bad they had to call every parent in the district and let them know that if your kids participated in this challenge, they would be expelled. That's how ignorant that was over the country, either last year or early this year. So if kids out here doing this in school,
Tide Pod thing
y'all
all
can
over
show a
again.
little blood on TV.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The parents gotta catch up, though. The parents gotta catch up. They gotta be like, it's okay for my kids to
cutting up. Like the post-COVID, these kids been cutting up. Like like
that's why I can't be a
that blood ain't gonna do nothing. And it's sad to say, but you see schools getting shot up all the time too. Kids are not a stranger to violence. I'd rather a child see fictional violence on TV than have to deal with it in real life. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they deal with so much stress and all that kind of stuff. You can't just sugarcoat everything for them like it's gonna be okay. That's not how it goes.
Yeah, life is not
don't want to do that.
And even like the cartoons they used to show on Cartoon Network, like what's the stuff my kids used to watch, like with Finn and the little dog and
Adventure Time,
like that kind of stuff. That wasn't really for some of that stuff. Ain't really for kids, but they was watching it anyway. So.
Even like Shrek,
every
would do that.
generation have their thing that's for kids, but not for kids. So
wasn't even for kids. They used to be in there smoking.
Oh, Christine, you're having a good time, bro.
Yeah, I've been summoned. Well, here's the option. Jazz could run it, I could go, and then Jazz could end it when it's done.
Like,
okay, we can just end it.
You want to do that? I don't think
okay. It'll just be streaming. Nobody's here. Something. Okay, so then we'll end it. This was a fire conversation. I definitely we'll definitely have you guys on again.
We appreciate the invite.
Before we close out, you can just tell the people where they can find you. We'll just start in reverse. Elliot, we'll start with you. Tell the people where they can find you, and if you got anything that you want to shout out that you're working on, go ahead and shout it out.
Well, hey, it's always a fire discussion, a good old time. So I appreciate y'all having me on again, and hopefully we can do this again sooner. But yeah, you guys can check me out here on YouTube at MovieFiles, discussing shows like She-Hulk when it was on. We're currently wrapping up House of the Dragon. We got Atlanta on Thursday, and a couple more things coming as far as spooky season. So definitely check me out here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all those fun stuff. But again, Christine and everyone over here at the chat, man, you guys are fire. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you. Oh wait, why am I here?
Girl, plug yourself.
I thought you was going in reverse. Ma'am, please.
It's like right as left.
Lord.
Lower 90 mixes up. There you go. Yeah.
Screen. Oh, there I am. Okay, guys. Okay. I apologize. I was like, where'd I go? Okay. All right. Trey.
All right, you guys can find me on YouTube at Married2TheReal with my wife Tasha. You can find me on Twitch at Trey2BlackDragon. I stream there like 4 to 5 times a week. And you can find us on TikTok at Married2TheReal. You can find me on TikTok again at Trey2Real and Trey2BlackDragon. I got a whole bunch of stuff.
You got a lot.
Talking about me.
That's hilarious. Goofywise.
Hello, everybody. It's Goofywise. Y'all can catch me anywhere at @Goofywise. I talk about everything from shows to video games, stories. Stories is like the emphasis of kind of where I talk about reactions to moments and just hyping up shit. So you can catch me anywhere at Goofywise, twitch.tv/Goofywise, anywhere, you know.
Tell me why you in my recommenders right now, Goofy. Right
I was
YouTube knows. YouTube knows. All right, Tasha.
Oh yes, I forgot. Y'all can catch me.
Did you forget you were gonna go?
I was thinking Jess was going next, but I forgot she always here. Like y'all probably gonna.
Oh, actually, sorry. Let me.
I was like, this is kind of skip Jess.
All right. Well, y'all can go ahead and find me Jazzy Guns here and on one half of Dwayne and Jazz on Dwayne and Jazz on YouTube. And I am not on Twitch. A lot of people think I am. I'm just a mod on Twitch for Dwayne's channel. And I am doing a stream tonight on my channel, Jazzy Guns, for YouTube, and doing Family Feud tonight. And I wanted to do it with friends, but unfortunately they ain't got that option. You don't have to be like local, like on the couch. So I'm gonna just do it by myself tonight. And y'all tune in.
I have a plan for that. We'll touch base. Not for tonight, but for another time.
Okay, got it.
Can I ask Jazz a question before I go?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, wait, you gotta get her expression. Hold on.
Oh.
Do you know you kind of viral on TikTok because that clip when Tasha like threw you under the bus when y'all were playing that in the back room stuff? It's like all over. It's like all over TikTok. It's all over
I've
TikTok.
seen it so many times. So many people have said that to me, and all I can do is laugh. The way you screamed, I'm sorry, I had to tell her. So she can look on TikTok and see that she.
I'm like, still mad at her every time that we play. Like,
put her on the hit list.
No.
Hey, hold up, real quick. Hey, Goofywise chat. I appreciate y'all, bro. Y'all speak to me and stuff. Like I can't even get my own chat to speak to me.
Oh wow.
I can't get my own chat to talk to me.
All love.
Oh, let's get Tasha. Let's get Tasha before they knock on the door for me again.
I'm half of Married to the Real with my husband. Of course, we're on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter if you want to follow, and Instagram. Shameless plug. Yeah, we do have a Patreon with a lot of reactions on it. Shameless plug. I have opened my own store where I make a lot of my products. So if you would like to see that, it's selfcareselflovellc.com, and that's it for me.
All right. I was like, wait, which
go
button
buy
do I
some
press?
soap so she can spend money on me. Go buy
Please.
some soap.
Hey.
Go buy some soap.
Oh my God.
And I'm Christine. You can find me Christine Games. I am, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. And I do on my React channel, we're doing like anime reactions. We recently started Chainsaw Man, Blue Lock. Just finished Demon Slayer season 1, gonna start season 2, and like TV shows like The Owl House, which I'm really, really loving. So you can find that. And then you can find the podcast, PartyChat podcast, every social media. We're also streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter. Communicate, join the crew. We have our shows every Monday. Well, most Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And there's only more things to come. So definitely check that out. Spread the love. And shout out again to our guests for being here. Shout out to Dwayne. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Dwayne. Yes, and make sure you guys show him out. Dwayne King, sorry. With a Y, not an I. Oh dear.
Dwayne Queen, yes.
You know he gonna talk shit about that.
I was trying to remember to say the Y, and then I was gonna say Queen, but I stopped at the. Anyways, follow the people and Charlie. Charlie couldn't make it today, so Camp Crystal Charlie, make sure you check him out. That's everything from us. And yes, yeah.
All right.